Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV, where of course on a weekly basis we take a look at what's happening in the world of club rugby. Big thanks of course to our partners Score Energy Drinks. You can win yourself a case of Score during the course of the show. We're also going to be talking to you about the Score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens that's coming up. It's playing out over 3 weeks and that's very exciting. I know many people are very excited about the fact that Sevens are back. And of course MChem 24-hour pharmacy on the corner of N1 and Durban Road. Coming up on the show tonight, we're going to be catching up with Nazeem Adams. Speaking about Sevens, Western Province Rugby is, of course, hosting their Sevens coaching courses, and this is a perfect opportunity for you to get involved with coaching at Sevens if you want to start coaching some Sevens rugby. We'll also go to the DHL Western Province Rugby Under-20 side. They're, of course, now heading towards the final that is coming up this weekend. So that's super exciting. And this weekend we also went out to Kraaifontein, who are playing against Belleville. And we'll show you some of the match interviews and some of the highlights. And of course, as you know, a lot of clubs are busy training at the moment. We go down to Delft this week. And for those of you that are not aware, the Western Province Rugby Under-15s, boys and girls, had to go to trials last week against Boland and SVD in preparation for their summer games, which comes up later in the year. So tonight we're also going to bring you an interview with Azipele Manetsane, the YTC coordinator, who can tell us a little bit more about how the trials went and where they're going to be going next. But on the line with me now, Nazeem Adams, Western Province Rugby Education, going to tell us a little bit more about the upcoming Sevens coaching course. Nazeem, nice to have you back. How are things there with you, man?
Thanks, JP. Good to be back. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but I know we only had you on the show probably about 3 months ago before one of the lockdown levels, but you guys have been very busy with education behind the scenes.
Yeah, JP, we have quite a number of courses right throughout the year. Obviously, the next one we're focusing on is on the 19th of November. We have a Sevens course coming up, and that link up with our Sevens tournaments that we're going to have. So we'll encourage the coaches to please, when you're available, to come and do the Sevens course.
Before we talk too much about Sevens, Nazeem, because obviously that's the buzzword at the moment. Everyone's talking Sevens rugby. Just give for the folks that have never, or watching you for the first time now, when you talk about education at rugby level, there's of course many different aspects. Coaching and how to coach a team is just one of those aspects.
Yeah, JP, we are doing the World Rugby Level 1, Level 2. That's both in Sevens and in 15-man rugby. Then we also have the SNC course, Level 1 and Level 2. It's important for our coaches to do these courses because Level 1 is an entry level. Yeah. You can, to do your normal coaching in Level 2, you can coach on a higher level, even at provincial level.
So just before we go any further, when we talk about SNC, what does that stand for, SNC?
That's for strength and conditioning, and we need that. That is something that very few coaches is doing, and that is a need in our clubs to focus on our conditioning to get us ready for rugby. And in Level 1 you will do all the basics in terms of getting players ready to perform at a level.
Does that mean you teach strength and, because as we know today, rugby teams have got a manager, a coach, a physio, a backline coach, a forwards coach. One of the newer elements in rugby in the last few years has been the introduction of strength and conditioning coaches. Does that mean that you, as the strength and conditioning coach, you look at things like gym work and how to strengthen what are the kind of things a strength and conditioning coach will do?
Yeah, strength and conditioning coach, especially when you focus on your pre-season and to get people or the players ready for rugby. In terms of the strength, that was all tied in prevention of injuries. You're physically ready to do the rugby, and that is something that we neglect. When we start our coaching sessions, we normally go straight into the rugby instead of focusing on getting the players physically ready for the sport.
So there was I recall a few months ago when the clubs were looking at starting fixtures again, SA Rugby and Western Province Rugby instructed teams that they first had to spend 4 or 8 weeks getting players ready before any fixture. Did that sort of tie in with strength and conditioning, making sure that they were ready to play?
100%. We're getting a return to play. That was all those protocols. Basically, it was our S&C coaches. They drive that program, getting them ready. And those are what we need from our S&C coaches. It's not necessarily your head coach is doing that, but it's your S&C coaches that's doing that.
I must say, one of the things that I've always liked about strength and conditioning coaches at a club is that it actually provides an additional opportunity in addition to rugby. You can get moms and dads coming down to the field, and there'll be a strength and conditioning coach there to help you with a little fun run or some fitness session or a boot camp session on the field. You could be as creative as you want under the guidance of a qualified fitness coach at a club. Actually a great employment opportunity.
No, 100%. The problem is this, if you're not qualified, you can easily do more harm or more damage than good to a player. You know, all those techniques, how to stretch, how to get you ready for physical activities. It's important to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So, folks, if you are watching the show right now, I've got Nazeem Adams, Head of Education at Western Province Rugby, on the show with me. And there's a little tip for you. If you're a personal trainer or a strength and conditioning trainer, start some boot camp activity at your field. Get the neighborhood fit. Get everybody involved and tell them to come for a fitness session. But anyway, we'll leave that topic for another day. Nazeem, let's talk a little bit about the sevens now. Score Western Province Club Rugby Sevens coming up in the next few weeks. This is the big buzzword right now, sevens rugby. And it's the perfect time for anybody who's interested in sevens to actually start coaching sevens. And you've got a sevens course coming up now on the 19th of November.
Yeah, that's right. I will encourage all the coaches, obviously, to attend those courses or to apply to attend those courses. JP, it's important that our coaches are qualified to do that. Sevens is big all over the world. I mean, it's Olympic sport. There's World Cup sevens. There's a seven series all over the world. Even the smaller nations, they perform in sevens. And it's an opportunity for a lot of our clubs and our players to perform and to get onto the big stage.
And it's also available for folks that have never coached before. They can come and join the course also?
100%. Look, level 1 is an entry level. So you'll do the basics. It's just you'll guarantee to get a certificate because it's an attendance course, but it will prepare you for to doing and going further up and doing your level 2 so that you can coach at the provincial level as well.
And I'm assuming that if people want to do the sevens course, they can just reach out to Western Province Rugby or to their club, and their club can tell them how to sign up.
Yeah, those information is available. It has been sent to the clubs. And it's also on all the platforms. So if they're interested, they can even mail me, and I'll give them the necessary information how to apply and attend the course.
Nazeem, you've got a level 215s course coming up a little bit later in the year, and in fact on the 12th of November and then again in December. Tell us a little bit about level 215s and who that's for and what's involved.
Look, JP, all those coaches that has done their level 1 and they've coached for 1 year, they qualify to do level 2. There's very few level 2 courses during the course of a year. So I will encourage those coaches that has done the level 2, that has done the level 1 to apply to do the level 2. Look, when you do your level 2, the first part, there's 2 parts. The first part is you attend the course and it's over 2 days. And after that, you'll need to coach for a season, and then you'll need to do your practicals, and then you will have your qualification.
Is there a big jump between level 1 and level 2?
Yeah, it's quite a big jump. Level 2 is quite more detailed and is more practical. And we covered basically all the aspects of coaching. So there is quite a big jump. And obviously, we also do your practicals. We will come out and assess you for a full training session. You will also require to do a 6-week or a 6-game match diary. So it is quite intense.
Nazeem, is there a level at which compliance become, or level 2 is a criteria? For example, if you want to coach the Springboks, you must have a minimum of a level 2 or a level 3. If you want to coach, is there a sort of a level that of coaching that one can attach a level 2 to?
Yes, JP, there is nowadays a head on coaches at higher levels, but it is so that if you want to coach a provincial team, you'll need to have at least a level 2. Also, if you want to be a head coach, I would suppose of a big club, you will need to have a level 2. And obviously, after that, if you perform well, you can also do your level 3, although that is by invitation only.
Nazeem, we're looking forward to a lot more coaches coming through the ranks. We'll be catching up with you again then soon.
Thanks, JP, and especially this time of the year is an ideal opportunity. Hopefully next year we will be back to normal and can have our club rugby back on track. So if we can do our accreditation and get our levels now, we'll be ready by next year.
There we go, folks. Nazeem Adams, the head of coaching education at Western Province Rugby, and as he said, the Sevens coaching courses are open. So if you are at the very least interested in Sevens rugby and you want to coach a Sevens team, then get signed up. Just reach out to Western Province Rugby or to your club and say you want to sign up. Have you got the details, the entry form? I know Western Province Rugby has got a very versatile entry form. You can choose the course you want to do, you choose the dates that you want to do, and they of course then respond pretty much immediately. Folks, so looking forward to that then. Sevens courses coming up on the 19th of November. Then there's of course the level 2 courses on the 12th of November and the 10th of December. And also don't forget about those strength and conditioning courses. We need more fitness people out there. We'll take an ad break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking club rugby. Back in a sec.